Hello and welcome to Vox Markets. I'm John Hughman and I'm delighted to be joined today by Jeff Tweedy, the new Chief Executive of Plant Healthcare. Welcome, Jeff.
Welcome. Thank you, John.
So congratulations first on taking up the hot seat. How are the first couple of weeks been?
Well, thank you. It's exciting. It's been very busy. I was in London for the AGM and then meeting with investors and customers the first couple of weeks. So it's been busy. But very fun and going well.
Yeah, exciting times. But you have actually been at the company for quite some time. So could you perhaps tell us a bit about your background with PHC and also before that and how you actually came to end up with the company?
Yeah, I've been with PHC since 2017. Started out running the Americas, North America, South America. And then in 2019, moved into the COO role and then took over the CEO role here in 2022. Prior to that, I had spent 9 years with Arista Life Science in various sales, technical roles. And then prior to that, I'd spent 11 years with Syngenta, Legacy Zeneca in technical and marketing roles. I grew up on a farm in the Midwest. I've been around farming all my life. This is all I know. And I really enjoy it. I've probably spent the last 10 years really on the commercial side of the business and really around biologicals. And it's a great space to be in. It's a growing market, a lot of need for good, technically sound products. And so it's been a lot of fun and working with our key customers.
Absolutely. So yeah, you have, as you say, been at PHC for quite a few years now. You've been instrumental in driving some of its recent successes, not least the building up the PREtec Vaccines for plants product pipeline. So could you perhaps tell us a bit about what you've done there and where you're planning to take the company now?
Yeah, I think as we stepped back from it in 2018, there was really a plan to license out the technology, and that didn't work out. And so we stepped back from it and looked at it and say, we have a business today, a commercial business, working with our distributors. We have very good distributors in the marketplace today on a global basis. Let's work with them on PREtec and bring PREtec to market with them. And that's exactly what we've done. So we spent the last 3 years testing, working, signing a number of agreements. In the US, we have an agreement with Wilbur Ellis to develop and launch PREtec products in specialty markets. And then we recently signed a 5-year agreement with Nutrien in Brazil for soy as a use as a seed treatment in soybeans. So we want to continue adding to that. We believe working with distribution is the right strategy for us. And quite frankly, distribution does a very good job of selling these products in the market and helping position and get them used correctly. So it's a very good relationship for us, and they have access to newest technology, which is what they're looking for.
Absolutely. You recently signed an agreement that should help you really scale up to meet the huge demand that's out there for the type of solutions you're developing. You talk us through that agreement and its significance.
We have a supplier in Europe who now we have a second agreement with. We signed an agreement with them last year to begin the scale up soy, which is our new PREtec. And now we've added Harpin to that. So we will move our production from Asia to Europe now. And they're a very good supplier. It will really give us the volumes that we need, the assurances that we can deliver to our customers, and continue to manage and watch our cost of goods to keep margins high for the company.
Absolutely. So perhaps we could talk a little bit about your products and what they do and the role they're playing in agriculture. It's a very interesting space right now. There's lots going on, in the world of agriculture, the business of food. We're hearing lots about things like fertiliser shortages, worries about climate change and water usage, and actually overall the ability of the world to actually produce enough food. It feels like you've got a huge role to play in this. Can you kind of tell us how your products are going to help the world solve some of the problems around agriculture?
Sure. I think if you look at our Harpin technology, we've done a really good job of developing that and positioning that technology as far as yield and quality. So yield increase for row crops, which is really important this year, especially in the light of fertilizer pricing or fertilizer shortages. With high commodity prices, growers are really going after yield. So products that deliver that and deliver consistently, and it's a nice fit for our product line. In the specialty markets, it's more of quality. There is some yield, but quality as well. We have a strong fit in our specialty markets in the US and also in Europe. And then if you look at our new technology, Soori, it's got a great fit in a market in Brazil. Asian soy rust market, or the fungicide market there, is a $2.5 billion business. And our product not only helps with controlling diseases, but also increasing yield. We really saw nice increases in yield last year, almost 9%, which is significant for growers, especially with these high commodity prices. And they're looking for products that fit this sustainability. And we have a very good fit there. Our profile, the toxicological profile of our products is very safe. In fact, we got the registration in Brazil. It goes through 3 separate agencies in Brazil. It typically takes 2 to 3 years. Soori was registered in 1 year. So it really speaks to the safety of these products, but also the fit and the need for the growers in the marketplace.
So, I mean, how big is the opportunity? I mean, it's a big world out there, big world of farming. You know, how big is the space that you've got to grow into?
Yeah, it's a good question. So in Brazil, it's projected, I think I was reading over the weekend, Bloomberg projected that soybean planted in Brazil will be 42 million hectares. That's up from 38 last year. So that's the second largest market in the world. And we want to be able to expand outside of that. There's other markets within South America, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Chile, where there's a good fit for the technology. If you look at what we've done, we have solid agreements in the US, we have agreements in South America, and then also with our partner in Europe. Agri is a large distributor who is marketing our Harpin products there today. We would like to expand into Europe, not only with Harpin, but bringing PREtec into the European market. And then there's other markets that we are in discussions with potential customers. Central America would be one, India would be one, China would be one. So I think there's lots of potential, not only for Harpin to grow, but also for PREtec in all of these markets. And as we establish these relationships, then it gets easier to bring in different technologies to these customers.
I mean, presumably R&D is very important to the strategy as well, developing new products to take you into new markets, new crops.
It is. We did a fundraise in March of 2021, raised $10 million. And what we said, gross $10 million. And what we said is that we're going to take that money and we're going to fund our PREtec R&D capabilities, registrations, but also add to our commercial teams to support that. And we've done that. And we will continue to bring, we want to launch a peptide every year. So we have our next peptide submission in the US. It's called PHC 949. It is a nematicide, and we will submit for that product in South America sometime in the second of this year, with the expected registration sometime in 2023. So we want to launch and we are expecting PHC 949, our fungicide peptide, to be a registration to be achieved sometime third quarter of this year in the US. So we'll launch in the fourth quarter with sales really projected into 2023. So our goal is to launch a peptide every year in these very large and significant markets, and continue to add to the customer base that we have today and working with distribution. Our model is a little unique. We have exclusive relationships with distribution. And while some say that may limit our market access, it does bring, it limits keeps our cost down because they share in the expense. But we also have access to all their field reps. Will Bareilles would be a great example in the US. They have 680 field sales and technical people. We have 2. And so we get to leverage those individuals to really support our products. And it's a great relationship. They like it and we really like it. So we will continue to build on those, and we want to expand in other parts of the world with Harpin and for PREtec.
And it sounds like shareholders should like that as well. It sounds like a very efficient model, as you say, leveraging the infrastructure of your partners.
It is. It keeps our OpEx low, and our goal was to use the proceeds from that fundraise to get us to cash break even. And we feel like we're on a track to do that. We have no intentions of doing a capital raise to fund the business. We feel like we have enough funding to run the business to get us to cash break even. And we're on a good trajectory. 2022 has been off to a good start. We'll report those earnings sometime at the end of July. But it's been a good start to the year, and we feel like our growth above market rate will continue.
Well, I look forward to seeing those results in July, and it sounds like the company is making huge amounts of progress. So thank you very much for talking us through it, and I wish you the very best of luck as you lead Plant Healthcare to future growth.
Well, it's been fun, and we're having a good year, and I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the new role, and we've got a great team. It's going to be an exciting year.
It sounds like it. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thank you.